Hi, I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Theory Tuition series where I'll lead you step by step through each of the ABRSM theory grades. There are lots of resources available to help you on my website. If you go to sharonbill.com, you'll find some free PDF information sheets and you can download these in US letter or A4 and they accompany each step of this series. You'll also find a page there with links to all of my YouTube video tutorials. And you can find information about the books that I have available. I've written an exam technique guide, how to take your ABRSM Music Theory Exam. It's full of tips and techniques on how to best prepare for your exam and also how to make the best use of your time on exam day. So if you go to sharonbill.com, you'll find it's all there. If you can give me a like, that would be really super, and please do subscribe to my channel to keep updated. And now we're going to make a start on the past papers from the year 2014. So if you turn with me to the first page, we'll have a look at the first questions of paper A. Now, of course, from 2018 onwards, the format of the paper has changed. The exam paper will have a slightly different layout. However, that doesn't change the fact that these past papers of any year are a really great revision tool. So we'll just work through these papers as a revision exercise and then we'll just address the couple of changes as we go along. So then, question 1 asks us to add the time signature to each of these 5 melodies. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different time signatures. So of course each bar must say the same time signature, but some bars will be easier to spot than others, and so on this first one here I would suggest that this is the easiest bar. It tells you straight away that we've got 1, 2, 3 quaver beats per bar. Nothing else would fit. If you want to just check that in all the other bars, you can see that a crotchet or a quarter note divides into 2 quavers or 2 eighth notes, and there's another one, so 1, 2, 3, and of course 2 semiquavers or 2 16th notes give us the same time as 1 quaver, 1 eighth note, so we've got 1, 2, 3 quaver beats there. That divides into 2 quavers, 1, 2, 3, so you can see it works each bar. However, here this one tells you straight away 3 quaver beats or 3 eighth notes, so 3/8 is our time signature. Let's look at this next one here, and so if we just glance along, I would suggest that the second bar will give us the answer straight away, and we can see here that we're counting in minim beats or half notes, and so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 half notes, 4 minim beats per bar. That would be 4/2. Let's check that in the other bars. So here is 1 minim, 2 crotchets make a minim or 2 quarter notes make a half note. Here's another one, and then this semi-breve rest or whole note rest will give us another 2 minim beats. So 1, 2, 3, 4, we can see that there, or 1, 2, and this divides into 2, so that's 3, 4 minim beats there, 4/2, 4 half notes. So that's one done again. So let's have a look at this one. So this first bar gives us the answer pretty much straight away, and I think the most obvious answer here would be 2/4, 2 crotchet beats per bar, because you couldn't have 1 minim beat. I suppose you could have said 4/8, but 2/4 is really the obvious choice. And we can see here quaver or 2 eighth notes give us a crotchet, 2 eighth notes, 2 quavers give us a crotchet or a quarter note. Here we have a minim, 2 quarters here, crotchet or quarter notes. Now don't let this triplet put you off. Remember 3 and the time of 2. So this just equates to 2 semiquavers worth of time, 2 16th notes. So we've got a quaver here, an eighth note and 2 semiquavers, so that gives us 1 crotchet beat, 1 quarter note, and then here we have another quarter note, and then we can see we've got 2 minim beats again there. So this first bar gives us that straight away really. Let's look at this next one. So there's no absolutely obvious bar, but none of them are terribly difficult. We've got one minim beat here, but then we haven't got enough to make another minim beat, another half note, so we've got to count in crotchet beats here. We're definitely counting in crotchet beats in quarter notes because we're in simple time where everything breaks into 2. We're not in compound time where everything breaks into 3. So we're counting in crotchet beats, and so we have 2 crotchet beats here. 1 minim divides into 2 crotchet beats, and then 2 quavers or 2 eighth notes give us a crotchet or a quarter note. So we've got 1, 2, 3 crotchet beats, 3/4, and it would have to be that. It couldn't be 6/8 because 6/8 is compound time, which would be grouped in 3s. This is simple time where it's grouped in 2s, and here we can see the beams show us a crotchet beat, a crotchet beat, a crotchet beat, and so on. And so this bar here, we have 2 crotchet beats here, which give us 1 minim, 2 quarter notes equal a half, and then we have a quaver and a quaver rest, 2 eighth notes, 1 note, 1 rest of an eighth note, which gives us another crotchet beat. So 1, 2, 3/4 is our answer there. Let's move on. And so this last one here, let's just look at each bar. So I think we're counting in crotchet beats really here. So we've got 1 crochet beat there, 4 semiquavers give us a crochet there, a crochet there. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4/4. 1 beat there, 4 semiquavers make a crochet. 1, 2, there's 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here again, don't let the triplets put you off. 3 in the time of 2 just means we've got that timing, quavers. 3 in the time of 2, 3 quavers in the time of 2 quavers, which gives us 1 crochet beat, 2 crochet beats, 3 crochet beats, 4 crochet beats. Here we have 2 crochet beats worth, 2 quarter notes, a 1 crochet beat rest, 1 crochet beat, 2, 3, 4. So 4/4. You could alternatively use a common time symbol. Also, you could also mathematically it would be the same to say 2/2, 2 minim beats per bar. Mathematically that works out the same, 2 half notes, and so that means you could also do the split common time, the ABRSM time signature as well. So 1 bar usually in each of these will give the answer, but we've been thorough and looked at each bar in each exercise. So moving on to the next question, this gives us the first example of where the paper has changed. From 2018 onwards, you will no longer be asked to write a 4-bar rhythm, and so we're just going to skip that entirely and move on to the next question. So let's have a look at question 3. So now we're going to have to name the keys of these tonic triads. So they could be major or they could be minor keys. There are no key signatures. However, there are some accidentals that will help us along the way. Now the clue here is that we're looking at tonic triads. And so the lowest note is the tonic, because the tonic triad is built up of the 1st, the 3rd and the 5th steps of the scale. So we know that this bottom note is the 1st degree of the scale, that's the tonic. And so in the treble clef, that tonic note is G. So we know that it must be G something. So whether it's G major or G minor remains to be seen. Now I would always sketch out your key signatures for your scales, having all your sharp keys and flat keys, major and related minor keys written out before you even start, and that way all the thinking is done. If you're not sure how to do that, if you go to my website, if you go to sharonbill.com, you'll find a video explaining this circle of fifths and how to write that list out quickly, and you'll find the link to that in the description below. Now we know that G major has just F sharps, whereas G minor has B flats and E flats. There is no B flat here, it's just a B natural, and so we know that that is part of G major. So that answers that one. So now we're in bass clef, and our tonic note here at the bottom is note A. Good boys deserve football always, that's note A. So now we need to decide, is it A major or A minor? Now A major has F, C, G sharps, And so because there's no C sharp there, we can say that's A minor. A minor is related to C major, which has no sharps or flats. And so that confirms that we are in the minor key. And so here now we're quite low in the bass clef, so we need to perhaps just work out what this lowest note, this tonic, is. We can do that by counting this as the first and count up an octave. 1, 2, 3, 4, not forgetting to count line, space, line, space, line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is the space, 8 is the line. So this is a good boys deserve a D, but an octave lower. Alternatively, we can count backwards. We know this is a G, good boys deserve, so G, F, E, D. So we know that this is D something, so D, E, F sharp here. We know that D major has F sharps and C sharps, and so that fits within that key signature of D major. So the F sharp would tell us that we are in D major. D minor would not have that F sharp. D minor has B flats as the key signature. No F sharps. So then, let's have a look at this next one. So we're in the treble clef and our tonic note here is an E flat. So we know that we're in E flat something or other. And so E flat major has a key signature of B flats, E flats and A flats. So the B flat and the E flat can be accounted by that major key signature. And so we know that we're in E flat major. And then finally here, this last one is in the treble clef. And we have Every Good Boy Deserves a D as our tonic. And so we've already discussed that D major would have an F sharp. We saw that here. And there is no F sharp here. So this must be D minor. D minor is related to F major, which just has a key signature of B flat. So we know that we're in D minor. And so that answers that question completely. So we'll look at the next question in the next video. I do hope this has been helpful to you. If you can give me a like, that would be super fab. And please do subscribe to my channel to keep updated. There's lots more in store. Please do go to sharonbill.com and have a good look around. Find those free PDF information sheets that you can download, and they'll give you all the information that you need. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.